Hope my butt looks good. I can't even speak. Hey guys, this is going to be my first YouTube tutorial. I'm going to show you guys how to make black and white photos that are old school film style with just your iPhone. Hey guys, my name is Chris, also known as CHIPxHAZARD. It's a stupid nickname from a long time ago. I'll explain that in another video because it would take way too long. We went on a honeymoon and for some reason I decided I'm just gonna do Instagram stories with black and white film style photos with my iPhone, and I did not think I would get the response that I did. They blew up. A lot of people loved it. I kept getting questions and questions like, how did you do it? And like, what style did you do? Like, what app did you use and whatnot? So I figured I'll just make a video and then you guys can just watch that however many times you want to watch it. I'm gonna take you through everything I did, exactly what apps I use, exactly what grain, everything. All right. Step number one is the way you sell that your photo wasn't taken on an iPhone is to look up like the actual black and white film style. There's not a lot of contrast, they're really grainy, they're not sharp, everything pretty much that the iPhone automatically does for you. Next is you want to kind of check out the two focal lengths. The reason why the iPhone works so well with this is because it covers like more of the portrait style lenses that were used back then and the wide angle lenses that were used back then. They're really flat, there's not distortion. They were wide but not too wide, so they work great for this, kind of like a street style. First step that you kind of want to do into this is you want to turn off HDR. Now you obviously need to go out, shoot, take some photos, make sure you're balancing composition because it is black and white, and a lot of like black and white relies on composition. So if you don't have a decently composed like photo, it's just not gonna turn out right. You're not gonna be happy. So just get a decent composition. It doesn't have to be perfect because in black and white days nothing was perfect anyways. So next I'm gonna take you into the apps that I used on the phone. All right, app number one, everyone pretty much already knows. It's VSCO. You can use Lightroom, but that's just so intuitive for what we're trying to accomplish. Like, you don't need all of that. Editing app number two is called Nebifilm. I don't know how I found this. It popped up randomly and said, hey, you might like this. To which I said, sure, we'll give it a try. Now that you have the apps and your photo, let's go ahead and go into VSCO. I'm gonna open it up. Here's the photo I already took. It's really simple, really straightforward. That's kind of the whole point. The easier the composition, the way it just kind of pops a little bit better. All right, so we're gonna grab this one here in front of the San Marco like marquee. This is in Jacksonville, Florida. We don't have too many spots here, so there's kind of one. Very simple, straightforward. One of my friends is in frame. So we're gonna go in here, we're gonna go pick whichever filter you want. It really doesn't matter. The black and white's just kind of however you're feeling. We're gonna go with B2, one of my favorites. Why, I don't really know, it appeals to me. So now we're gonna go over here into the editing part. This is where things get interesting. So first of all, you wanna take that contrast and kind of decontrast it. I usually go right around 2, -2 actually. Yeah, you want to decontrast, -2, yeah. You'll go ahead and do that, pull some of that. It's already starting to get that faded look, that real old school. This helps so much before you drop the overlay. The overlay will kick back in a lot of that contrast. That's why we take it out initially. Right after that, I scroll over to the grain. I'm gonna throw some grain on here. I like when it's around like 7. It sounds excessive, but it just helps that overlay blend into the photo that much more. Now we're gonna go to fade. Yeah, right around 2 is good. Don't go overkill with it. It's not like that serious. I mean, it's an iPhone photo, so like keep it realistic. Like 2 is good. And honestly, and that's pretty much it. Adjust your exposure if needed. This one doesn't need it at all, actually, so I'm not even gonna apply that. Go ahead and save your photo. When you go to export, make sure you are saving to your camera roll at the actual size. Don't compress it. It's gonna go through enough. So go ahead and save that. We'll now go over to our NebuFilm app. Go ahead and open up, select your photo. This is where it gets a lot of fun and where the black and white film style really kicks in. You can pick whichever like filter you want, preferably one of the clear black and white ones. Like when you add color into it, it just doesn't look right, obviously. So usually I'll kick it in all the way and just scroll through, have fun. There's a lot of these, so you can have a ton of versatility. On top of that, you can rotate them, flip them, you know, high five them if you want. Get funky with it. Really scroll through. There's tons of them. I've bought a couple. You can purchase more in case you run out, but there are plenty that are free. There are tons of apps in the App Store as well, so feel free to just pick whichever one you want. Now that you have it, crank it to the one that you like, which suits your photo well, however much you feel it needs to be screwed with. Alright, and now you are done. You have your photo. That is it. That is honestly, that's all. You're done. Ta-da! Upload that junk. People are gonna ask you what film camera you're using. If you really want to trick them, tell them you're using one. Don't do that. That's so low. Like, just don't tell them what app you used. You're that kind of person. Or if you want to be that cool, you can send them this video. That would help. That'd be awesome. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed this. This is obviously my first one. I have quite a few ideas. If you guys want to learn more about iPhone photography or normal photography, comment below. It would be awesome. I would love to chat with you guys. And if I see you in person, say hey. Don't be that weird person that just stares and awkwardly walks off into the distance. It really creeps me out. Makes me feel like I'm on an episode of CSI or something. Wait, that would be not dead.